Welcome to Illo Talk. I'm Cory Kerr, and this is a milestone day. Day 95 of 100 days of animation, and I actually have something pretty cool to show you. Without further ado, here is the first completed scene of my animatic. So that's pretty exciting. Let me set the scene for you so that actually makes sense. So this is right after the main wasp character with the camera for a head is sent orders to identify a specific bug, and he sees him and he identifies it and he sends that message back to base, not knowing what's going to happen. And then these rhinoceros beetles show up and kill him. And so you'll have to kind of watch the movie to see what happens and what the reaction is to that. But just because it was fun, I just want to show that throwing and catching scene one more time. That makes me happy. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's nice to finish stuff. I realize that this is literally months away from actually being finished, but it's really nice to hit a milestone on a milestone. So I finished this scene on day 95, which is cool. So anyway, little trick that I kind of worked out that's probably super obvious to anybody who's done this before, but to me it was right? Is the roly-poly is attached or parented to the beetle as the beetle spins, but is not attached prior to that and after that. So the roly-poly flies, then gets caught and is in sync with the beetle, and then gets thrown and is no longer in sync with the beetle. And so there's actually 3 instances of the roly-poly. There's the roly-poly by itself flying, then there's the roly-poly that's attached, and then there's the roly-poly that's being thrown. Those are 3 separate instances. And so actually what I did is I started in the middle when it was attached, to the point that they meet, and I lined everything up, and then I made a copy of that roly-poly, and that copy of the roly-poly, I then detached it from, I parented the one to the beetle, and then I didn't parent the other one to the beetle so that it's just on its own, and I worked backwards from that point so that I knew when they met, and then I just worked backwards to that point, and then I just had kind of my in and out points where it shows and hides the different layers happen at the same frame, and so it transitions seamlessly to being parented and unparented, or unparented, parented, unparented, as it's transitioning through those 3 instances. So I thought that was kind of tricky. Anyway, this last little scene where they fly, catch, flip, throw, thud, and die, that took me roughly 42 minutes. And that 42 minutes actually included having to redo some of the stuff that I did yesterday because for some reason the computer didn't save it. And so I messed around. So I think in about half an hour, I was able to do this last part, which was fairly complicated. I mean, there's the articulation, there's the catching, there's the transitions between the instances, there was the flipping, there's the tweening in between, so that he flips and then changes direction and kind of flies off, a number of different layers and stuff. And so I like where I'm at. I feel kind of comfortable in the software. Anyway, it's fun. Fun times. So that's it. You guys can catch my stuff at corykerr.com. And, I wanted to show you these. I'll show you these tomorrow. I've got some stuff that's available in my store. I did have a question though. I really want to do some enamel pins, and I'm curious if you guys. I have two questions for you. One, would you buy some enamel pins of mine? And two, what would you like to see made into a pin? Because I've got several characters going on, which would be kind of fun. But I've also got ideas, and one of the ideas that I thought I would do that I haven't designed yet, but I'd really like to do, is do things robots can't. And you can go back, and I'll put a link to that video in case you missed that one. But I have like this rant that I really think creatives should be focusing on things that robots can't do, things that can't be automated. I think that in the future, creativity is going to be significantly more valued in the economy because of the scarcity of it, and because of automation is going to take over most of the mundane things that should be done by computers and robots. Anyway, so this whole idea of do things robots can't. Would that be an interesting enamel pin? Would you buy that for $6 to $10, depending on how much I can get it made for? Is that something that you guys would buy? Let me know. If not that, a patch? Or one of the characters, one of the drawings that you've seen on my site. Go to my Instagram, go to my site. If there's something you're like, that's pretty dope, I would like that as an enamel pin. I use the word dope, I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, like the make art, market art, would that be one that you'd be interested in as a pin? Curious. Let me know, because I don't want to like order a few hundred pins and then sit on them. So, market research is what we'll call this section. Let me know in the comments what you think. We'll catch you guys later. I'm out.